Okay, now we've got the valve guide bore done. I've been measuring the inside bore and I've took several measurements. And I'm getting typically about 5658, 5657 in that sort of region. So if we aim for 568 thou on our OD of the guide, that should give us probably a 2.5 thou ish clearance. 566, 568, 5655, yeah, around about 2.5 thou interference fit, sorry, on a guide. So we'll go into the garage, onto the little lathe, and we'll start making this valve guide. I'll take some dimensions of these and draw a little sketch just so I know what I'm aiming for just before I go. Right, I've took a few dimensions, I've made a rough sketch, I've measured, got my bore measurements there, and a bit of a sketch there of the guide I need to make. I've got the guide set up in the small lathe in the collet chuck. I've just run that up. It's within about 1/2 thou concentric on there. Ideally I'd like to put a mandrel in there and do it, but I haven't got anything I can find that'll hold it sufficiently accurately. I need to really get some expandable valve guide pilots for this job. So I'm happy that's going to work okay. So we'll start and turn that down to size. I'm just going to see if the view that you're getting is going to be okay. Nope. Just tweak the camera again. That's not too bad. Right, we're shooting about 568. I think we've got about 5/8 at the moment. 562. Sorry, 626. A little bit of oil in the lathe there. And we'll crank it up. Oh yeah, I'm just doing this by hand. Okay, I'll have a measure and I'll put some power feed on. Now I've took my initial cuts. So we've got 5 thou cut on, we've got about 50 thou to come off. So 5 thou cut on, 10 thou off the diameter, and I'm on power feed, so it's going to be a bit noisy. Right, I've slowed the feed down a little bit, I've changed the gearing. At 588. So another 5 thou cut on, another 10 thou off the diameter. And we'll keep creeping up on this till I'm just on size. I'm nearly there now. And after that last little pass and a little clean up, we should be 5, 6, 8, 1.5. 5, 6, 8, 3. We're within 1 to 3 tenths of where we need to be. So that's that end done. Now turn it round and I'll form the other end. I just need to check the length on there in case I need to take any off first. Alright, I need to take about another 10 thou off the end of the thing. So I've got another little thing here on a long travel dial indicator on a mag base. Since I haven't got DRO on this this machine. So we'll go 5 thou there. We'll take a cut. Got 10 thou. And now I'll just measure the length to the shoulder. We want about 135 thou to the shoulder. Okay, that'll do us. Right, that for this, the next bit is the step, the little shoulder that stops the valve guide going through too far. So that's 600 thou we said. So 626 thou, so 26 thou to come off that diameter. As ever, touch off, 0, and 5 thou on, that's 10 thou off. .600 thou, 6 tenths, 6.5 tenths. Okay, that's close enough. We'll have to obviously take out of that a little bit the spring seat to go over there, but there's just enough step remaining there to stop it going into the head. I'll need to go down there 455 thou to give me an 100 thou shoulder. should be there. What I've got here now, I'm just, you can't see it in the camera, let's move the camera. Again, I've got the little magnetic indicator on the back, and I'm taking away the measurement, so I'm just watching that as I'm going in. We should be within about 1 hour or two of it now. $4.93. 3,000. $4.90, 8/10. The time I give that a little emery, that'll be fine. Oh, I'll set up for the taper cutting now. Okay, for this one I've just set a arbitrary angle, about 30 degrees, whatever. I don't know what the angle is. I don't think it's that critical. Just a bit of a guess. So we're on the compound slide, and I'm cutting on the back side of there, so I'm in reverse. And that'll do us. Okay. Again, I'll just deburr and we'll get that out and see what it looks like. So, there's our valve guide for the Trident, carved from the Norton original. So this will sort of almost end up an Orbser. No, that's a Norton and a Beezer, isn't it? Trident, that's it. Trying to think then. Will this make it a Trident? We'll see. Okay, I've got to do the collar now. Do the spring seat. Just take a little bit out of there, just so it fits over that shoulder there. Right, set up with the boring tool. Got the part in the chuck. It's just held on the front edge there. Hopefully it's okay. See how we go. And all I'll do is keep taking a little bit out and just keep trying this in until we get there. There we go. That's that last cut. That's it. Clear. There's no burrs on there, so that's it. I'll get this out, and then we'll think about getting this fitted in the head. Next stage, you know this, or you should do if you've been watching the videos. There's again our valve guide bore, redone. I've bead blasted inside the head a little bit just to clean it up and see where we're going. The seats, to be honest, aren't looking fantastic, but I'll have a chat with the guy on what we're doing with that one. We'll see what it's like when we've got this this guide in. So that'll be going into there. It's been washed off with some paraffin, so it might flare a little bit to start with. We've got a new guide, and we've got a valve guide drift, aluminium end so it doesn't damage the guide, steel shaft to guide it, and it's a little bit loose on there so that hopefully it doesn't get jammed in when the head contracts. I've had that happen before now if the pin's too tight. So let's get it warmed up. I'll keep moving this around so I don't concentrate the heat in one place. Let the heat soak in until we're up to temperature, sort of 150, 200 degrees. I'll restart the camera in a little while. Well, I've been warming this for about 10 minutes now, and we've reached sort of about 150, 160 degrees there. 170 to keep that. Right, that'll do. Let's get this guide in. Apologies in advance if the camera jumps. That's it, that's a good fit. That is going nowhere. So we'll let that head cool down now. There we are with the valve guide in place. We've got that side there, and then we've got our spring cup sitting in place. Now, knocking that guide in did flatten that a little bit on the top. With hindsight, I should have put a little bit of relief inside the valve guide drift, but sure, that'll be fine. The question remains is the state of the seat, and when I discussed this job with the chap I got it from, we did think that the seat probably isn't going to be very clever. I've tried to recut it a little bit with my, I've got a little Kronos valve seat cutter kit there. Well, it's Chinese or Indian, I don't know, but that sort of thing won't touch the seats, it just skids on it. So it needs a proper sort of Black & Decker vibrocentric type thing, or a New Way, or something better. It may end up needing a new seat, but you've got to get to this stage before you can do anything about that anyway. Seat replacement, this is where you should know what your limitations are, and seat replacement is not something that I'd be willing to have a go at. They're better done on a proper what's the make of the machine, Surdy valve seat machining centre. Really, I mean, I know there's places out there that probably charge about, I think about 40 quid off the top of my head to change one seat, so it's not worth me having a go at that, but they would need the guide done first. It's not needed any reaming on the valve guide there, it's already in. There's very little play, certainly no different to the other sides there, are about the same. so that's within an acceptable limit. But when you look down the port there, you do unfortunately see a little line of daylight. So that'll be the next stage of this. Whether I end up doing that or not, I don't know. So for now, that's my part of the job done. That was the worrying thing with the state of the head and the original guide, and we've got round that part of the problem. But say there's another bit to go yet. If I get any more info and any more photos on the next bit, I'll try and get them to you. But I'll leave it at that for now. So hope that was informative, and as ever, thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing, and I'll say as usual, bye for now.